Jared on the long road to love and pray for you. A few of us can relate to that one, I think. 206 at B93. Sorry to interrupt Conrad's program here, but we do have a special guest in the studio, and I would like to welcome back again to the B93 Studios, Carrie Underwood. Hi.
Hi.
You always seem to find a way to make time for us, and don't think for a moment that that's lost on any of us here. I know your time is valuable. Thank you so much.
Always happy to be here. We've been to Grand Rapids a few times, so we owe it to just go by and say hi to everybody.
Well,
they keep having us back here.
Yeah,
so.
but see, you weren't at the top of the bill the last couple of times.
Ah.
See, now you're the big deal at the show. You know, when you were here opening for others, it was one thing for you to come by and visit then, but now to have the headliner here in our studio, it's been amazing, Carrie, to watch everything that's happened to you the last couple of years. I was thinking about this on the drive back in this afternoon. You've set the bar very high and have made it difficult, I think, maybe for, let's take American Idol, for example. No one has had the type of success coming from that you have had. And I think that speaks volume for your talent and your passion for what you do.
Well, it takes a village. It really does. I'm really lucky. I have a lot of really great people around me, and I think just coming into everything. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing, so I definitely trusted everybody that was around me and stuff like that, and I think that was very key to everything. So I've been very blessed. That's for sure.
Going into the ACMs last weekend, did you have any feeling that there was a chance that you would repeat?
No.
Entertainer of the Year, holy cow.
I mean, and it seems like, you know, all the people that were in, it just seems like it's been such a great year for country music in general, and people have just gotten bigger and better and brighter, and, you know, going into it, I was just happy to be there, and I was happy to be performing. Got to open the show and sing with John Fogerty.
That was hot. That was the best show open I've ever seen, I think.
It was so much fun, and you know, that all sparked because Miranda and I sang that song together not too long ago at CRS. But, yeah, it was just so much fun. So it's kind of like, you know, I can't lose no matter what happens. Even if I don't take home any awards, you know, I can't lose because it's such a great lineup and just being amongst so many wonderful people.
Yeah, there's so many award shows anymore. You know, you've got from the Oscars to the CMAs to the ACMs to the CMTs to the, you name it. We have all seen those who were gracious in defeat. But the other night, I think the only thing that could have made us as happy as we were when we saw you win Entertainer of the Year again was that very special moment when Ran won, female vocalist, and you were right there, and you hugged her, and you spoke to her, and all of us can tell when somebody's just being nice, and they really wish deep down that they had taken. It was so obvious in looking at your face and at your eyes that you were so genuinely happy for her that it was just a refreshing, beautiful moment. What did you say to her?
I told her it was a long time coming. And it was. I think she's, and I hope I can not say this ever again, but I've always thought that she was one of the most underrated people in country music, and she makes great music, and, you know, it's kind of like industry people would love her and respect her and stuff like that, but it was just kind of like, everybody play her music and go buy her albums and stuff like that, and I think she's wonderful, and I think she's super talented, and I think we're a lot alike on a lot of different levels, so you know, we're definitely good friends, and I was just really proud of her. I'm still really proud of her. So I was amazed and so happy for her that she won that.
You know, the night is obviously a whirlwind when you perform a show open and then you're performing later on, and you've got, you know, hosting responsibilities and all those kinds of things. So I realize that you probably don't get to see a whole lot of the show. Was there another highlight last Sunday night that you thought was really special that maybe the rest of us wouldn't have noticed?
Well, I'm always glad to see Reba up there. I think she just does an amazing job year after year, and she's always a highlight and always just a light up there on stage. And she teaches us how it's done every single time. And her talking about, you know, Brooks and Dunn and stuff like that, it was just, you could tell she just was very genuine, and you know, she loves those guys, and I don't know, it's just she always does a great job.
Our live studio guest is Carrie Underwood here on B93, and again, heartfelt congratulations on what you've accomplished. That was just a remarkable thing the other night. I have a confession to make. You know I love you, but I must admit, the first time you came through here as an opening act at the Van Andel Arena, and what was it, Brad Paisley that night?
Probably.
Was the headliner, I think. And it was my privilege to bring you out on stage. And as I walked away and we passed each other, I thought, well, I'll just stand here in the wings for a minute, and watch this chick sing for a minute, you know, because we guys, we're kind of different animals. We tend to like our stuff loud and fast. And, you know, new chick singer, well, that's nice, she's cute and everything. And I thought, I'll just stand here and just check her out. Carrie, when you did, it was all wonderful, but when you did Jesus Take the Wheel, and I was standing about 30 feet from you, and this hard, kind of tough, masculine guy that I am, man, I was choked up. I had goosebumps. It was half the extreme passion in what you were singing and the power with which you sang it. It was absolute perfection, and I was taken away. And I've got to think that that is exactly the best thing you could wish for. Am I wrong?
No, not at all.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing. I just.
I'm gonna cry here, and you're laughing at me.
No, you're very passionate right now. It's very. You mean it.
Great. Carrie Underwood comes to town and makes fun of me. It's very nice. Making a
Thank
confession.
you.
No, really, what a marvelous job. And watching you perform at the ACMs the other night, when you did Temporary Home, is there something about a crowd of your peers like that and 40 million people watching on TV that has a little bit of extra adrenaline pumping through you?
Oh, for sure. I mean, like you said, there's people in there. I saw their concerts when I was like in high school, and you know, people I've idolized and looked up to for a very long time, and I still do. And then there's, you know, people you're quote unquote competing against and stuff like that, and other awards, and it's kind of like you just want to do a good job. You want to represent yourself well, and most importantly, to all the people that are watching at home, you want to represent country music well. So there's a lot of pressure, not in a bad way. Hopefully, it would push you to do better. But yeah, and it's kind of like emotions run a lot higher and stuff like that when you're on stage. So nerves can be extreme nerves, and you know, happiness can be extreme happiness, and you know, there's just a lot of different emotions that kind of run through you when you're up there.